Welcome to part 2 of my building a Tardis tutorial in Google Sketchup. I didn't show you last time but on part 1, but I have got the Maxwell license free render plugin installed on my version of SketchUp, and this is what the render of the Tardis will look like at the end, and this is what we're going to aim for. Let's go to the diagram. I also have to apologise in as much as I made an error on positioning these pillars on the first video, and it's messed up. It messed up trying to create the side panels, the right sizes and positions and things. So I'm going to have to make some corrections to this model as it stands before making the side panel. So I'll go ahead and do that. We need to, it's only a few millimeters out, but we need to move these guides along the red axis here, 10 millimeters, and the same again, 10. Move this one, 10, and move this one. Let's undo that because it's moving the base. Edit, undo. Right, the guide's highlighted there. Move it. 10. So that if you measure it, just to check to make sure it's right, this should now be 920. It is. And same from there to there. 920. That's fine. Now I need to reposition these pillars on these intersections again. So start with that one. Okay. This one. This one. And we'll get a better view of this to move this one. This last one. Again. Move. There, and the intersection, there we go. Right, so they are now in the correct positions, whereas they were out before. Right, and next thing we need to do is to hide these pillars so they don't get in the way when we're making the side panel. So we go to select tool and select each one of the columns or pillars, and then go to edit and hide, and we're going to now start making the side panels. I'm going to start by using the rectangle tool to create the base of the sides, and that is going to be 920 by 100. We're also going to make that a component, the same thing we did with the columns, so that when we make an edit to one side it happens on all three sides at the same time. So make that a component and call it side panel. We now need to make 3 copies of this side panel and position them around the sides. Let's get a sort of bit closer in and maybe a slightly better angle to look at it from. There we go. Right, go to the move tool, hold the control key down, start to move it, and we've made a copy. We now need to rotate it 180 degrees because this is currently the outside face and that is the inside face. So we need to rotate it. There. There. Rotate it round 180. And then reposition it in the right place. And make another 2 copies. Hold the control key down. Move it. Rotate. reposition it in the right place, and we need to make one more copy. And rotate it. And again, this needs to be rotated 180. And then let's move this one into the right position. And there we have the base of our 4 sides in the correct positions. Right, if we double click on the first one, we make that component editable. We can go to the push pull tool and start to pull up the sides, and we need to pull it up by 2070. There we go. Pan down. We'll rotate it around so we can get to the inside surface. So we can select it and delete it because we don't need it. Rotate it around. We're going to start to add some detail. So first of all, if we select this top edge here, go to the move tool, and we need to make a copy of it. So hold the control key down, drag it downwards, and we need to drag it down by 30. And we need to make 3 copies of it, so times 3, and there we have the 3 copies here. And this is going to make up this step section at the top of the side panels here. We now need to go back and do the same with these side edges here. Select it, move, control, move it inwards, and we need to move it in by 440. And the same on this side. No, just move the same thing again, 40, that'll be fine. Oops, undo. Control, make another copy, and move it 40. And that's going to be the centre strip of the side panels, and this is the 3-stepped bit at the top. Going to add a few guides to help position the side, the recessed panels. So start by creating the first guide. I want to move that in 70. Then move it again by 300. And that should make that distance 70, which it wouldn't have done if we left it the way it was. Again, a guide in from here, 70, and then 300. Again, just to check we've got it right, 70, that's fine. Right, we're now going to make some horizontal guides for the vertical position of the side panels, recessed panels. Again, go to the measuring tool and measure up from there, 100. Measure up 380. Sorry, it didn't work. So try again from a different place. 380. 90. 380. 90. Oops. Try from a different place. 90. Pan down. So measuring tool again. 380. And 90. And 380. Zoom out, and we can now see we've got the position of the 4 panels or 8 panels on each side. It's got a bit confusing at the moment because we're seeing because it's created guides on all the four sides. But we'll start to make. How am I doing for time? 10 minutes. Okay, that's fine. Get that back up. Right. I'm going to create the first recessed panel. So we're going to go to our box tool. It'll snap to the intersection of the two guidelines, and again snap to the intersection of that guideline. Select that polygon, or that box we've just made, and we need to do an offset on that. Offset by 10. Select the middle box, and we'll zoom in because we need to be able to see what we're doing. Pan up. Also maybe rotate it in a slightly different direction. And we now need to move. No, sorry, we need to. I don't know if we've got this side panel here, but we haven't got these corners in here, so we'll use the line tool to draw a line from there to there, there to there, here to here, and from here to here. Okay, now we need to put the move tool, select that panel, and we need to move it along the green axis and move it in 20. As you can see, it's created a panel on each side. See how we're doing for time. 12 minutes. Right. Okay, I think we'll leave it there, and we'll come back and with a part 3 with doing the rest of the door panels, like